Hey everyone, yeah, so let's do an update on where we're at with the car. So we're now 5 days since I did the last video. Yes, 5 days. To be honest, it's not been brilliant. I obviously dropped the car on a Monday. Monday went by as expected. Tuesday went by as expected. Got to Wednesday, thought, what's going on here? So I rang them, said, where are we at? We got to about 5 o'clock before I got a message, and what they said was that the software updates had just finished and that they were then going to check the windowsill, which is fair enough because I'd asked them to do that. But even so, it's kind of like it's going to be with them for 4 days. So I've got some contacts on Twitter. I actually know one of the guys at Jaguar. I dropped him a message and said, look, is this normal? And to be fair, he got someone from head office to call me and got right on it, which is great. But that's the benefit of knowing someone there. So he got the call back and said they can have it for like another day, which would have made it Thursday. Thursday went by. Yesterday got up to like 3:30, still hadn't heard anything. Thought it's going to be another day, isn't it? So yeah, yesterday came and went. And I got a phone call this morning at about 9:30 to say the car was ready, and it was I could go and collect it whenever. So I'm going to go and do that in a little while, and obviously we'll do another video to see how we get on. So 5 days to do a software update. Hey everyone, so I'm just going to go and pick the car back up in a second, but before I do that, I just thought I'd give you a few impressions of the one that I've got here versus mine. So I think this is a Range Rover Evoque Landmark Edition, which has got a few special bits and bobs on it, as opposed to mine, which is an SE Tech. So yeah, let's have a look. Right, so as we've mentioned before, this one's a manual. Mine's an automatic. Now I've got to say that having had this now for 5 days, that a manual gearbox doesn't really belong in this sort of car. Obviously it's a bigger car anyway, but it's just this whole the gear change is really nice. It's really notchy and solid and it feels good, but in all honesty, it just makes driving it quite hard work. This sort of car, big car, you kind of just want to be floating around in it really, and this just is a bit awkward, and you find yourself kind of constantly searching for the right gear, and it's never in the right gear, and you're rolling up to junctions. It's all a bit, it just doesn't feel right in a car like this. Sports car, yeah, of course, no problem at all, but in a car like this, you just kind of want that lazy automatic, and I guess that's really that's kind of fairly standard for sort of SUVs and that kind of thing. So if one of these is on your radar, I'd suggest you avoid a manual gearbox like the plague, and splash the cash for the automatic, which is just so much nicer to have and drive day to day. So the other thing I found that makes a real difference is the wheels on this. They're pretty nice, but they're 19-inch on this one. They're like a special edition wheel for the Landmark Edition, and they look really smart. But albeit that they're just an inch bigger, it makes the car handle completely differently. In mine, which has got 18-inch alloys, it feels a bit like it's gonna. Not like it's going to fall over, but it feels really unstable in the corners. There's a lot of lean. You can feel the car leaning and trying to hang on, scrab off grip. And in this one, it just feels a lot more solid on the road. So yeah, it's only an inch different, but it makes a difference. It really does. So again, if you're sort of in the market for one of these, try and make sure that you've got one that's got wheels of 19 or bigger. The 20s probably ruin the ride completely, although they look great. But these 19s seem to be just about right for me. They just make the car feel a lot more solid, a lot more secure, a lot more stable. So that's got to be a good thing. So that's just briefly the differences between mine and this one that I've noticed after driving it for a few days. I don't know, specs are different, aren't they? You kind of get what suits you, I guess. But that manual gearbox it's just not very nice. It just makes the car hard work, and it shouldn't be. It's a Range Rover. You want to be swanning around all over the place. It's a big car. You don't want to be worrying about what gear you're in. And the gearbox on my one, I think it's a 9-speed auto, and it's just so nice. It's so smooth. It's always in the right gear, never leaves you hanging, and it's just a much nicer thing to drive. And the wheels as well. yeah, they look better, which is a bonus, I guess. But it just there's a real noticeable difference between those and the 18s that were on my car. So you know, perhaps if money allows, it might be time to have a look on eBay and see if I can get a second-hand set of those for mine, because it is honestly it's night and day difference in handling. The car just feels so much more stable, doesn't roll around corners quite so much, and it's just a lot more pleasant. So there you go, little things, I guess. Little things make big differences when you're owning a car. So I'm going to go off to the garage now and collect mine, and when I've got it, we'll do a little roundup and see where we're at. Right, so I've got the car. Have a guess. Should we have a look? The sheet said that they managed to fix a Bluetooth issue, which I don't know if they have or not. We'll only find out in time. So watch. Still greyed out. So can't do anything with it. So 5 days in the shop, hasn't fixed the issue. So that is pretty bloody disappointing. So clearly it ain't a Land Rover issue. It's one that's down to Apple. So thanks for that, Apple. You have completely knackered the functionality of my car. So that's really good. Just to let you know as well, when you plug it in, the same thing happens as before. You can see. You can browse a playlist, but when you tap on any place, you only get one song. So literally nothing has changed since I took the car in 5 days ago. So that's really, really rubbish. So bottom line is 5 days wasted. Just what a waste of time. So, you know, you can't knock Land Rover for having a go, but even then, 5 days to sort it out, and they haven't even sorted the issue out. So it's no wonder you kind of got your bit of paper and sent on your way without them sort of acknowledging it, really. So what a load of rubbish. So yeah, I don't even know what to say about that, really. So Apple, please sort yourselves out, because it isn't just me. There's now a thread on your forum where there are lots and lots of people all got the same issues since upgrading to iOS 13. The car was absolutely fine under 12 point whatever it was beforehand, but 13 has completely knackered it. And to be blunt, it's not down to Land Rover to fix it. It's your issue. Their system was fine before you messed about. So iOS 13 is an absolute nightmare. Everybody knows that. It's problem after problem after problem. And this is another one. I mean, God knows how many of these cars are on the road. It's Jaguar and Land Rover that use the same piece of software. So I'm guessing there are probably thousands of motorists across the globe having these problems. You need to sort it out. Get it done in the next update. All right? And then we'll all be happy, and people won't make videos like this on the internet. Rubbish. Sorry, folks. 5 days wasted. Thanks for watching the videos, and obviously if anything changes, I will keep you updated.